Hello, I'm Yellow and welcome to my channel HelloYellow. Most people associate Goa with beach parties, all-night raves, casinos, cruises and sundowner cocktails. But having grown up over here, I know Goa more intimately. Goa is my home and I would like to share my stories with all of you. Watch HelloYellow for recipes, travel stories and sides of Goa you have never known before. And speaking about recipes, today I will show you what all goes into making a baked fish. Betim is a small fishing and boat building village on the banks of the Mandovi River. Before bridges were built in Goa, ferries were an essential mode of transport. Panjim to Betim and vice versa was one of the most important crossings in the state. Travelers still queue up here for the ferry that takes them across. Some of them stay back in quaint little guest houses like Cabo Cabana along the river. Others pass by Betim while enjoying the river cruise and catch the rustic scene here, which offer a glimpse into the character of traditional Goa.
I haven't found any fresh fish here, so we're going to go to the other smaller market. This is really fresh. So as you can see, we get some nut bread, and yeah, we'll take this. So we're going to go get the fish cleaned now. It's on the other side of the bridge, and I'll see you there. So today we'll be making a baked fish and I'll be doing it. And first we'll have to make the oven. So the oven is going to be right in the ground. We are going to make it ourselves. I'll be using some fire bricks. You can also use granite or something like that. Anything that conducts heat well and holds heat well. Then we have some small little wood chips to start the fire and then to actually get it going. And some charcoal to expedite the process. So let's start. Okay, I think I'm going to call Zach to do this because this is a lot harder than I thought. So while Zach finishes up the pit, I'm going to prepare everything else I need. One amazing fuel source to use to actually start fires is Vaseline. You want most of the logs towards this side because the wind is coming from there, from the sea. So you sort of want to make a V shape like this so that the air can go in and then burn the logs at the back. Now you just want to get something to light. So obviously you don't want to use any liquid fuels or something because that has its own taste and it's not really nice. And the fire should start quite quickly and then we'll continue from there. So while this starts to burn, we're going to set up the big fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a few of these fire bricks, 3 of them right at the bottom. Some wood just at the bottom, just like a little bit, and then I'm going to follow it up with some of the coal. Now you can take a few of your longer wood pieces and put them in like this and sort of balance them so that it sort of just like holds the structure in for later when I'll then pile all of them on. So you can see our fire is already going quite well. Pick it up normally with a shovel, something that won't burn you obviously. Throw it in. Okay, so when the fire has reached about this point, you can put off the wood on it towards in this direction. So what we want this to be, we want this to be about 200 degrees in the center and then a bit colder on the top. So yeah, In the meanwhile, I'll show you how to make the fish, and yeah. Okay, so I'm first gonna take off the fins. So that's one. I'm gonna take off the bottom ones, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so just slit it down here once and again, and then we'll do the same on the other side. But that's done for now, and let's actually do the banana leaves. Okay, so now we'll put down some aluminium foil as the base. Now we'll put a few of our banana leaves down, just like this. Okay, so I'll just put the fish on it temporarily. So I'm just gonna cut slices of this. And I'll get some ginger, long thin pieces relatively. Right, so I'm just doing the 2-3 chilies, not more, that like diagonally, that should be good. A few cloves of garlic, about 5-6. Move the fish up a bit so we have some space. So now you just want to start with like some lemons, just a few chilies, some ginger, some garlic as well. Now you can take some of your lemongrass, hit it down a bit so that it cracks, releases all of its juices, and then you can also just lay that down in the foundation. And obviously you'll take some of your herbs now, some basil. So the parsley you can just take, not too much, just about this much. Just chop up a little bit. It doesn't need to be too fine, just rough. So I've gotten some salt here, it's sea salt. So all we're gonna do is just take some in your hand like this, just sort of rub it in. That should be good. And then do the same on the other side. You can put a few herbs into the slits that we created. You can also put, like every second one, you can put one lemon slice. And now you can lay it down on its side. So you'll first put the herbs in, and yeah, just in like every second one. Some ginger in there, if you fancy more ginger. Now you can put your basil, opposite order to what you did at the bottom. So you can put your basil in, all your herbs, and yeah. Then you can take all that's left, whatever waste, and just stuff it in the stomach of the fish. Cut off the root, then sort of lay them in side by side. You can add a bit of oil, just a little bit in there, and that'll then start to ooze out. So now what you can do is wrap it. Then you can take some lemongrass, and that'll then act as like a rope. We'll put one here too. Okay, so now you can wrap the scissor foil. I'll just quickly move these bricks a bit apart like that. So I'll put the fish in now. Okay, so Zach's just gonna put some of the ashes on top of the fish, and then we'll cover it with sand. So I'm gonna leave is the food, and it'll be ready in about half an hour. Can't wait.
So now whilst the fish is cooking, I'm going to arrange the drinks. Now let me see where Kai is, because I think our fish will be ready.
So it's been about half an hour. Our fish should be ready now. If you're doing meats, it'll take a bit longer.
And of course, if you don't have the beach in front of your doorstep, then you can always bake the fish in a regular oven.
Okay, so just move all of the herbs and everything off to the side, and then just go, you can see the black line just straight down the middle with your knife. There you go.
Thank you. Oh wow, this is really nice. Thanks a lot.
Do you want the cheek?
No.
Okay, I'll take the cheek. The cheek is actually one of the tastiest parts of the fish, because it's super soft. However, don't eat the eye. Yeah, that's weird.
And I think I'll use some salt and some olive oil on it as well.
Me too, yeah.
It is really nice.
That's really good.
The rosemary is really nice. Thank you for watching, and please give this video a like. I hope you enjoyed the little taste of Goa and the quick, easy and delicious recipe that you should definitely give a try. For more recipes, travel stories and Goa's best kept secrets, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on HelloYellow Goa for early previews and behind the scenes. See you very soon. soon on a brand new episode of HelloYellow.